Greetings and welcome to Triple M Reality. Have you been keeping well? Well, this is the channel where we get to talk about anything and everything, be it life, health matters, wealth, fashion, design, food, name it and I spell it. Thank you for clicking on the subscribe button. For those who have just joined, you are welcome. Thank you for catching us live. Thank you for catching me live. As we keep on relating, as we keep on talking, as we keep on chatting and keeping this discussion as real as possible. And that's the purpose for this YouTube channel. Have you subscribed yet? Please don't be left out. Feel free to also get on the comment section, leave a comment, write a question, write a topic that you'd wish I to discuss. And of course, I'll definitely get in there and get us talking. You saw the last season, last week or last video, we were able to have a guest on board, and I wish to invite anybody that is ready for us to have a discussion. Feel free to get on my inbox and just leave me a comment, leave me a number, and let's discuss and see what we can bring on board for the people to consume. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you for keeping me going. Thank you for keeping me alive. It's because of you that I am doing this, and of course because I just love to talk to us, talk to me, talk to all situations, because it is said, and not only do you sleep and wake to imaginations, it is said, with God all things are possible. And that is how I get to be here each and every time you click on that link, Triple M, and you definitely find me, Mary Magdalene Mukoya, that constitutes the Triple M. Today we are going to be talking about friendship. Oh, drum rolls. Friendship is just not but a word from the mouth. Have you been in a sort of crisis? Have you been in a sort of a happy moment? Have you had to make miles on your own? Or have you had to cover distances with some sort of help? These miles, these distances, these ways, journeys, and steps that we have to take, we are carried in, or I am carried in on a ship. This ship is what we use when we are crossing over many waters from point A to point B. You are walking through a life phase from point 0 to point 100, or even just 50, but still you're making a step from point 0 to somewhere in a ship, which we're calling a life phase. And not only is it a life phase, it becomes embodied in what we are calling a ship that is able to carry us from point A to point Z. It could be a prayer, it could be a holding of a hand, it could be a motivation, it could be an encouraging scripture, but it is all carried in one embodiment, a one vessel called a ship. And while you are at that journey of crossing from point A to point B or point Z, you have a pillar, you have a friend, you have your family, you have somebody that walks with you. Somebody that you know too well, east or west, this person is not leaving me. This person is with me all the way. This person has walked with me through the murky waters. Do you know who that person is? That person is a friend. And do you know how friends come to be? They are ordered. Their steps are ordered only by God. God is the ordainer of friendships. Many other times we are mixed in different categories, different social setups, different areas, and convening ourselves to different congregations or just different environments. But wait until a moment hits, or you hit rock bottom. At that juncture, you turn left, you turn right, you turn forward, you turn back. You are seeing nobody but yourself. And if you're lucky, you see one person, if not 5, but at least one person that becomes your friend. And in that moment where you are feeling like you are sunk, you are sinking, going under, but you have not really drowned. You are sinking, yes. You're going under, yes, but you have not drowned yet. You're still sailing somewhere. It is painful. It is so dry. It is incomplete. It is broke. It is hurting. We are going through phases. At that juncture, you are walking through a phase. And that phase is being carried through a vessel called a ship. And while you're through that phase, walking through that phase, you have somebody by your side. If it's not one person, two people, three people, your family, a sort of setup, one person. I like to put it as one person that is walking with you in this vessel, in this phase, walking in your shoes. That is definitely your friend. And I tell you for sure, God cannot give you what you cannot handle. Someday I'll be able to tell you my story and how I even got to arrive here. But then again, I want to encourage someone out there. Do you have a person who stands by you each and every moment, whether you are happy, you are all beautiful, you are glowing, or you are sad, beaten, broke, busted, and all torn out and worn out and drained? But you, east or west, you have that one person that stands by you. Or are you at that juncture where you're guessing and thinking, who is my friend? Who is with me? How will I go through this on my own? Will I make it? Will I stand tall again? I give an example of myself, touching a little bit about my journey. It has not been easy. Oh, I have wet my bed with tears. My pillow has been heavy with tears. But because I didn't understand who is a friend, until I woke up to a realization, there are people out there praying for me. There is someone out there sending you some money, someone out there knocking at your door to share a plate of meal with you. Someone out there is with, just when you're walking, they stand by your side to share a prayer with you. Or just one day in the morning as you're walking, or even during the afternoon, you've had a long morning, someone just stands somewhere and gives you a beautiful broad smile, and maybe even attached with a hug. Well, that person ain't just a stranger. That person is assigned to your life at that season. That person automatically becomes your friend. And let me tell you who a friend again is. That is a person who will not leave you when you're again excited and looking all lavish. They leave you because they feel, because you have achieved, they do not match up. They are not in your league. A friend stays with you in richness and in poverty, in health and in sickness. I know that these are vows that we normally share when we are getting married or whatever the setup or the courtships and all this. You give each other promises. But do you know that those vows some point get broken? Because one, you laid a foundation without genuine friendship. Friendship does not come easy. And with friendship comes a lot of commitment attached. It can be trust. Oh my goodness. Trust is one thing you do not want to mess with when you have decided to make someone your friend. Trust is so hard to build, and it's so easy to break. And to regain it back is even extremely hard. Because you break, in fact, when you have built that trust, it's a hard nut to crack, because you feel confident and sure about the person you're with. You can speak to them, you can tell them anything. When something happens to you, you can be able to relate the story, narrate it. If you're going through a journey, perhaps if it's an interview or even a job or even an event, you're going together. If it's a burial, you're together because you have built your friendship to some level that you trust each other confidently through all situations. Then comes a point where you start hearing hearsays here and there, and you wonder, I only told one person. How comes the whole village knows about my story? And you ask yourself, do you know your friend? And she will even come up front, look at you eyeball to eyeball and tell you, I didn't speak to nobody. And you're wondering, yes, they say even walls have ears, but walls don't speak. Humans speak because we were given the ability of the tongue and the mouth to speak, and the brain to convey and pass messages as encoded and decoded. And once that trust is broken, you can imagine, from a hard nut, broken, crushed into some tiny crumbles, tiny pieces. And then you want again to apologize and reunite. Yes, you may reunite, but the tension was already created. Everything was already shaken. To get that back up is very difficult. But if you do get a friend that laughs with you, cries with you, is a pillar, is a shoulder to lean on, is a person that prays for your success, tell you what, at that juncture, prays for your success, because there are people out here, when they realize that a small door has opened for you, some sort of success has come your way, something good is happening to your life, they begin to change their mood. Their hearts change for you. They start to envy you, fight you. In fact, be the ones witnessing and be the ones to eavesdrop, not only eavesdrop, whisper, murmur, share, rumor, things that would just break your opportunity all over again. But a true friend is overjoyous with you. Yes, they will say, oh, I wish I was you, but that's good sense, a good person who's feeling something good, great about your situation, your status at that point, and they're overjoyed and they're praying for you, walking with you, standing by you. Someone who's even willing to, if they have time, come treat you out for some lunch date, just have seat moments, talk. Or in the evening when you've already succeeded, you've gotten that successful call, job call. Oh, come, let's celebrate with a cup of coffee or cappuccino or mochaccino, whatever chino you'll be taking. Tell you what, a friend it's never written on their foreheads or embedded on their hearts. You would never see it. But their actions will tell you that I am here for you. I am here to stay. I am here to walk with you. True friendship, a journey that gets 2 people, 3 people, a triangle, a trio, a square, or just a small circle, to move in the same direction to ensure that you stand, we are one, we are doing team, a true team, a genuine team, is hard, is rare, but it is not impossible. With man, it is impossible, but with God, it is not impossible. I will advise us, when you want to talk about something, even when you've gone through a phase, whether it was a happy moment or a sad moment or just somber mood, you're not sure, Think twice before you just open your mouth to blabber, whisper, or talk, or even have a discussion about it with who, for who, at what time, where, when, to what extent. Be very, very cautious and mindful. Yes, you may be married to your husband, courting your fiance, dating your boyfriend or girlfriend, and you feel you're gaining confidence and trust. But remember, sometimes most of these relationships, we have parties involved. As I was saying, so there are many parties involved, parties upon parties, who we call the third party. But tell you what, when you're investing in your relationship, ensure that who you are relating to is the only one present in your relationship to discuss matters that are key to you, that are very confidential, that require your trust at the 100. If you put in a third party, be sure for your relationship to go under. It may not happen immediately, but eventually you will start to experience a going down, a shallow. And I'm telling you, at that juncture, that ship is broken. There is a hole in that ship. That hole cannot be sealed easy. That hole becomes too deep, and by the time it is sinking, the only other thing you're seeing, your relationship is going through struggles, fights. The next thing, the hole becomes a divorce. So choose your friendship wisely. Choose your friendship wisely. As a wise man has said, all that glitters is not gold. Even in friendship, they may look like they're the old type, listener, listen kind of, friends kind of, shoulder type, but be wise. Be wise. Thank you so much for being in tune. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking in. I will continue to share with us different topics just as requested, like our today's topic, which was about friendship. Don't go too far, because each and every other time you click on this link, there will be something to keep you going, a topic to keep you encouraged, a topic to open your eyes to understand what life is and how real life can get. Thank you for staying tuned to Triple M Reality. I am Mary Magdalene McCoy, and just before I go, allow me to tell us, if you wanna be somebody, if you wanna go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention. So God bless you, take care of you, until we meet again next time, goodbye.